I am going to try some Rainbow Instant Ice. I am doing it in my sink because I realized that if I did it on a table, the water would pour. So I actually lost one of them. They were liquid, but I hit it too hard. And like, if you just tap it too hard, it starts to crystallize right away. So even though it was liquid when I took it out, I just tapped it way too hard and it turned into ice. So it's sort of useless now, this part. But let's see if we can do, get the other ones to work. So ideally, I'm gonna open it really gently. I wanna squish the bottle. And let's just see what happens. I've never done this before. When we pour, oh, yep. It's making like an ice sculpture. That is really cool. It's like a slushy. And so it's actually just crystallizing, but it's gonna melt so fast. Let's try to see if we can get a rainbow going. Here's blue. Oh, that is so cool. I hope you guys do this at home and make some cool art. Oh, some of it's stuck. Let's do some green. Make it harder and harder as there's more and more liquid. Hopefully you guys can see. So this is liquid. Oh, this one's starting to freeze. You can see the little crystals that are forming, and if I tap this, maybe I'll do it with the last one, you can get the whole thing to freeze. So that is super cool. So hopefully you guys can see. It's like this cool rainbow slushy. So cool. And liquid. Now let's see if we can just get this one to crystallize. So it's liquid, you can see that, but if I hit it, let's see if I can hit it hard enough, it will start to freeze. And you see, it froze. Isn't that cool? So if I tried to pour it out now, it does have some liquid in it on the top, but it's stuck. There, you can see some of the ice that's formed inside. So that's a really cool concept. So you can actually do this with, you can see the ice that's trapped in here, so it will come out. So that's the ice that was in there. So if you take a water bottle and you super cool it like this, and you just like hit it hard, these ones are pretty squishy bottles, but you can get some like better, sturdier ones. You'll just see like a freeze line go all the way down for it to freeze. So really, we're super cooling it. We're really getting to the point where it should be ice. It's below 0. But because we haven't really disturbed it, we haven't changed any of the crystal structure. And as soon as we sort of pour it out and expose it, it will flow into the state it's supposed to be in. And that's why I put ice in the bottom of here too. If you put ice on your plate first, it'll react with the ice that's on there and just sort of instantly freeze. You need something to sort of what we call seed it. Now this isn't a perfect example of saturation. So the other one that I'm going to do, the hot ice, will actually be a saturated solution that I'm going to boil, whereas this is the sort of safer equivalent with water. But hopefully you can make a fun rainbow art. Please take pictures. And again, it's just regular water. You don't have to use distilled water like people say or anything. You don't have to use food coloring, but it's fun. You can add more than one color if you want to, see what happens. But I put my bottles in at 2 o'clock and it is almost 5 now. So it took me 3 hours. So it just depends on how, I mean, I have an old fridge, so it might be faster, but if you leave it too long, they'll just freeze and then this won't work. So test around 2 hours. You can always sort of sacrifice one if you have to see if you pour it out. If it just pours out as liquid, then it's nothing. So here's all my fun slushy art that we created today. That was really fun. See you guys later.